Greetings my friends and welcome to a brand new campaign summary for the Knights of St. John. Now we haven't been in this campaign for quite a while, but I think we're going to dip our toes back into this campaign because it really has got a huge way to go here. My goodness me, there are some battles in our future, I can assure you my friends, but let's have a look at where we are because it's been, as I said before, it's been quite a while since we've been here. Now as you can see around London here we've brought together two very powerful army groups here. As you can see, really are packed with some of our finest troops. We've got some experienced troops here as well. We've got some light infantry guards, and we've also got this wonderful force here, including Marines and also some Royal Cairo infantry guards. Again, elite again. These are really are fantastic troops. Nothing to be looked down upon at all, I can assure you, my friends. Good cuirassiers as well. And we also have this army here, and this one it really is just pack a punch. Look at that rifleman. Got the lancers, we've got the light infantry guards again, plenty of cannon here, plenty of fire support, and of course then we've got here, I now can't remember why we've got this army damaged so obviously in a conflict of some sort, but look at that, these gentlemen really are in tip-top shape now. Once we've got them into recruited and replenished, as you can see we've got Grenadier Guards here as well, we've even got Grenadiers here as well, looking really wonderful as well. Good fire support. And again, this army, look at that. Now this army really, although we need to retrofit this here, this is not acceptable, having a 12-pounder here at all. We really need to make sure that is looking a little bit better here. So we're going to retrofit that there. If I'm not mistaken, we might have some of them. Oh, look at this in London. Look at that. Now this army really is a wonder. We have really built some wonderful forces here for ourselves. I think we'll put this into production straight away. Then of course we've got another army here as well. Look at that again, really packed to the rafters with some wonderful troops. Now you may think, well Mallow, why have you got these troops loitering around London not doing anything? Well, we are of course in not a tight spot I'd say, because we're allied with Spain here. We've got Portugal here. Peace with Portugal is of course, and Portugal is a possibility that we move against to put ourselves on the sort of the mainland Europe proper. And of course down here we've got ourselves in Morocco, so we've got a really good, we've well entrenched, as you can see we send one of our elite forces in here to take Morocco, so we've got that foothold in the Gibraltar Straits here, of course guarding our own trade supply. Look at that, 83,000 gold coming in here from trade, an absolute monstrous amount of money, it really is, and we need every penny of it my friends. And of course we do hold Tunis and of course Malta, the homeland. That really is vital we hold on to here. I think we've probably put our fleet up quite yet. We've done the fleet the best we possibly can. Unfortunately, we can't get first-rate ships apart from Admiral first-rate ships. That's going to be a real problem for us in the future in terms of fighting naval battles. Now, of course, we are allied with the Ottoman Empire, which is absolutely fantastic. We're also at peace with Russia, again, which is good because we need to keep Russia and all these other, because Russia is tied down, as you can see, with our potential future foe, which is the United Provinces, the Dutch. Now obviously the elephant in the room here is the sheer magnitude of this Dutch behemoth, this titan. It is just gigantic. I mean, look at the empire they've carved out, from the Crimea all the way to Paris and all the way into Italy. I have never ever seen a Dutch empire like this before, ever. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen any empire that starts off with a single region and expands in this way. It is extraordinary to what we have seen here. I mean, they have pushed all the way to the, look at this, they are actually at the door of Moscow, the gates of Moscow. I mean, that's how powerful the Dutch are, and quite frankly it scares me. Because how do you topple an empire with this much resources, not only militarily but also economically? It is vast. Now, that's not to say that we would sort of merely cower in the corner if they attacked us. Not a chance, my friends. And in some ways, this is why we've got these two army groups here, poised, ready to strike. Because if the Dutch, or should I say when the Dutch strike against us, we are going to be ready for it. Now we've got a naval force in here, as you can see. We've packed it out here with some fifth rates But ultimately what we do need is first rates. We've got to get to that position, but we're not there quite yet. Our economy, of course, is reasonable considering what we've got available, but it's not really not where we need to be. We need more. And our income, as you can see, our tax income is not the best. Our army upkeep is nearly 100,000, it's almost double this. But our trade income is massive. It's 70%, but then again that relies on trade flowing. If this comes under pressure, we're going to be in trouble. We're still spending nearly 20 or 30,000 gold on our naval upkeep. And of course we've got other here, town watch is reasonable. So there's our income and there's our expenditure. As you can see, just about scraping by. Got some good trade partners, including the Dutch now. Hopefully they will remain so. But as you can see here, we've got nothing flowing in and out of here because Le Havre has been damaged. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is a Spanish issue there for Russian and Austrian. So that's obviously Russia coming down here and doing some damage here, not only to their trade but to ours as well. But again, we've just got to take that on the nose, as it were. Got to keep ourselves below the radar. We don't want to attract the attention of the Dutch just yet. We're not ready. And we've also got here, for some reason, Sweden. We're allied with us, of course. And the council's saying, "Mal, just keep an eye on this. Just keep an eye on this, just to see what happens here." Because why are there two massive Swedish armies here outside or on the coast of Scotland? That's a very unusual sight to see. Now, we do have a strong defensive army ready to meet them, and it would cost them dear, but that would also mean probably diverting an army group up to Scotland. But again, we'll wait and see what happens here. We've pretty much built up what we can here in terms of the fleets. But these fleets will continue to be built as and when money's available. But I mean, look at the size of this. The Dutch Empire is extraordinary. It really is. It stretches vast amounts. But we also do have a strong foothold here in the south of the subcontinent. Now, of course, the Dutch also have Ceylon here, and again, that would be a target for ourselves. We finally brought the problems we've had with the populace under control, and well under control as well at the moment. We really were struggling with quite a number of insurgencies here, and also that's cost us this college here as well. Ultimately, we might have to abandon this college because I think we've probably got enough in terms of our research. Yeah, we've got plenty of colleges. What I might just do here is abandon this college here. I know it's doing fire in advance, but I might abandon this and put something else, another building in its place. We've got plenty of colleges. I think the council also recommended we do this, is actually destroy this. I think that's what we'll do here. And we'll put something more economic in our favour there as well. Now we've got everything under control. See, look at the mines we've got here. Absolutely extraordinary income from these mines, and particularly here in Mysore. These mines really are running at full pelt now, and it's a joy. We do need this though. That will bring in a wonderful amount there, that gold here. And we're also allied here with the Mughal Empire, so I'm hoping that alliance holds strong, because it really will be highly needed and highly effective in the future of the Dutch. So you can see the Dutch are loitering here again. So we've just got to be careful, especially along our main trade route in and out of the Arabian Sea and indeed the subcontinent. So again, we've just got to watch what we're doing here. But again, that's a brief summary, my friends, a campaign summary where we are now at the moment. And of course, the Dutch are even starting to move now into the Ottoman Empire territory. If we lose the Ottoman Empire, look how much we're going to lose. 25,000. So if it comes to the point where we see our allies are in trouble, we're going to have to strike against the Dutch. Now, the implications of that are going to be significant, because then we're going to open up the Dutch war machine against us. Now, can the Ottomans, I'm not sure, are they at war with the Ottomans? No, they're not. In fact, they're trade partners, so that means that must have been Russian perhaps, or maybe a rebel. So it looks like they may leave the Ottomans alone. I hope they do. I don't really want to step into this morass, get bogged down in this sort of quicksand that is the fighting here in the sort of in the Balkans. Transylvania, the Carpathians. We don't want to get involved in there. We really don't. But if if our livelihoods are in jeopardy, then we are going to be striking, as the council has requested, at Amsterdam and also at Paris. But that, my friends, is for the campaign proper. So that's just a quick summary of where we are at the moment. We're going to jump straight into the campaign now, my friends. And the next time you will hear from me is in the campaign proper. See you then, my friends. Greetings and welcome to episode 48 of my Empire Total War Darth Mod Knights of St. John campaign. And as we had that brief summary, my friends, we find ourselves now just preparing for what is to come. Of course, we've got Sweden here as well allied, and they've managed to carve themselves out quite the empire here in the middle, right in the middle of the Dutch Empire. What else here? Let's quickly just check how Sweden are doing here. They're very friendly. They're at war with Russia, and they're allied with United Provinces. So that might just keep them on our side and the Dutch on our side as well. But we're going to continue focusing on what we're doing here at the moment. That's hopefully improving our trade. Because we do have also, which I've neglected to say, we have carved out a significant part of the Caribbean as our own. Now the islands are ours, the Dutch Guyana is ours, also if I'm not mistaken up here Newfoundland is also ours. So we've got ourselves on the doorstep should I say, of the North America. Our allies here have the vast majority of Canada, and also they've just moved into North America proper, so there could be a little bit of a problem here with the 13 colonies. Again, we're going to stay out of it. We are going to stay out of it. They're hostile towards us, and that's absolutely fine. The Dutch, of course, have got their footprint on here, and also we've got the Bahamas as well, and we've also got Jamaica. So that there is an important thing that I overlooked there briefly, but just to quickly bring you up to speed here, my friends, we can strike from our position here in the Caribbean if the opportunity arises. Again, we're going to have to retrofit this definitely without a fact, but I don't think we've got the facilities on these islands just yet to do so. No, we don't. A little bit of a shame, but we might have to bring in the guns into here, so we might actually send a ship. But we also need to keep increasing our capacity along these trade lines here. That's going to be our main goal, is maximizing what we have in here. Can we put any more into there? We can put 2 more ships in here, 3 more ships in here, and 1 more ship in here. That'll probably take us about 3,500 per line. That's going to be our main goal, is while we've got peace, is to absolutely just keep increasing our trade income from these trade hubs here. Especially this one here. This one is lacking a bit. Where else? Let's have a look here in the streets of Madagascar. Yes, we've also got 3 of them here. That's how much you get. Look at that, 3,900. That has to be because, yes, spices are at 52 for spices. And also, look at that, cotton is 33. Tobacco is 29, but spices, wow. And I believe we do have, we do. We have a massive amount of spice coming through ours. United Provinces here are cut off for some reason, but look at the spices we're selling. Look what's going into India. Look at our supply from India of spices. That is incredible. 100 pounds of spice. And look at this. Look at the Ottoman Empire. They are absolutely soaking it up. Including our ivory as well. Look at the ivory. Look at the sugar. What's sugar at the moment? It's only 16. It's one of the lowest. It is the lowest. But still, off the coast of Brazil here. Look at that. 522 loaves of sugar. 495 tusks here from there. Our cotton is 60 bales of cotton. I wonder if we can increase our cotton production, but we've got furs as well from North America. Coffee's doing not too bad as well. We've only got 40 sacks of that, but that's not massive. They're only taking 2 sacks. Of course, the Ottoman is taking 5 sacks, but I'd imagine that's probably because it's so expensive. Only the elite within the Ottoman Empire can afford to drink it. And also we've got East Indies. We've got nothing in East Indies at all. I think we've been pushed out of East Indies because we're at war with We're not at war with anybody, so we could probably move in. I think they're all taken up. I think that's the reason why. So our next goal is to increase our production of our ships. And the council has been calling for us to increase that. So we're going to probably go from Britain. They're going to be moved from Britain, I think. We have, thankfully, maximised our fleets here. I think I'd like to try and... Got a 6 rates here. Only 6 rates. We do need some more sloops here. We've maximised that. Brigs of war again. Admiral's flagships. So it looks like we might have maximised our entire capacity here. But let's end the turn here, my friends. Let's see what comes out of this. What transgresses. Because I'm really intrigued what's going to happen here in this. Because if the Dutch take Moscow, I mean their empire is pretty much complete. Let's be honest. There's nothing that can stand in their way then. Let's end this turn here, my friends. Let's see what's going to come out of this. Now, Austria, I believe Austria is at war with them. It looks like the Dutch are pulling back here or moving more troops in here. Are they going to take Moscow? My goodness me, they gave them a right thrashing there, didn't they? If this falls here, orange, then we know it's fallen. Look at the general they got there, my goodness me. Spain, no. Spain are allies of ours. They're looking a little bit worse for wear here. Some of the armies are not looking in the rudest of health. Ottoman Empire, we need them to stay strong and resolute. They do have some good forces here. Hopefully the Dutch stay away from them and don't start harassing them. That's what we don't want. Russia, what will Russia do to us? Will they respond? Can they respond indeed? Because they're getting absolutely thrashed, and that Dutch army is clear as day to take this Moscow if needs be. Oh, they've taken a real battering there, and they've tried to fight. No, I think Moscow might be doomed. I genuinely think Moscow might be doomed here. What will Sweden do? Now, I don't quite understand what that's going on there. Why are we getting Swedish ships moving unless the Dutch are moving them in that direction? Our improved Great Shot is ready. That's excellent. Sextant is now our next capacity. Ooh, look at that. That's excellent. Now, of course, Morocco giving us a few problems. Yet they are not amused, but we've almost got it under control here. We're not going to exempt them from tax. Ooh, that's going to cost us a good chunk of money, that is there. So we'll have to wait here. And also we're not going to put anything in there just yet. Pleasure Gardens have also been... Look at that. Pleasure Gardens have also been hit by the looks of it. A port here and a port there, a town here. I get we need to repair that, but I think what we'll do, we'll just invest in the Great Estates here just to bring reduction of food shortages, because probably the food shortages are probably playing a part in it. No, there's no food shortage here at all. Of course, industry's been taken away because, of course, it's damaged. That is an absolute menace. It really is for us. Let's bring that up as well there. 1,000, of course. They've hit that hard there. They really have. We can't afford to repair it just yet. Or we could probably do. That's excellent. And these are still replenishing here, but once they're at full capacity, that should bring it. I think we might just move some of these gentlemen in and some of these out, so just to bring the populace under control. Actually, what we'll do is we'll let them replenish and then we'll move in. We're at peace with Venice, but I wouldn't mind to take the whole of Gibraltar Straits here. That'd be fantastic. Spain, of course, are taking a bit of a battering there. I hope our army here is at full strength. Indeed it is. Back to full. Look at that. What a beautiful sight. But why have we got the Swedes here? Good grief. Look at that marine. That is unbelievable. Why is this elite force outside Edinburgh? Off the coast of Edinburgh. Why is it there? Because if we've got to fight these, it's going to consume all of our forces we've got here. We've got very experienced generals here. Look at that in particular. General Ernuk. General Ponti.
Signore, servo vostro, signore. Mio sire. Signor sì.
Wow, Jean-Luc Hill.
Sì.
We've got some wonderful forces there. We'd probably push this army out from London and move up against there, but it would cost them dear if they try to take Edinburgh. It would cost them a lot of these troops. But again, we're just letting things unfold here. But I think this is going to fall. This city's going to fall, even though they've taken quite a battering here. The Dutch. That general. That is a very, very, very experienced general indeed. And look at all these here. They've taken a real hammering here. I think the fall of Moscow is not too far off. I don't think we can do anything else ourselves. At the moment, we're just bringing things under control. We're going to definitely put a craft workshop here, I think. Get our economy at full strength here. We're just going to let our bank. We're going to let our bank here build up. 41,000, 44. That means the trade must have opened up. Indeed. 37,000. That's how strong they are. 37,000 of this is going into the Dutch. Look at that. 97 pounds of spices. They just look how much they're taking of all this. Look how much ivory. No one is even close. Wow. That's because they must have repaired this port here. Indeed they did. Look at that there. That's extraordinary. So what we're going to do is we're going to let this bank here build up. We're going to build up a nice surplus here in our bank here. So if anything goes wrong here, again, we'll have a good chunk of money in that. A good chunk of our gold will be stashed away in a bank. So we don't have to be worrying in case we go bankrupt. You know, we can do something with the money. Will tide us over while we'll deal with whatever's coming our way. Let's end this turn here. I know there's not been much action, my friends, because we're just consolidating what we've got. Is there anything we can move against? Is there anyone we can move against? We're not at war with anyone, so we've managed to bring peace here. 50% here. Not the best king, is he? But look at the treasury. Look at the treasury. 76 though. Oh, he might not last long, but my goodness me, he's been fantastic. Is there anyone that could possibly even match him? I don't think so. Probably this gentleman here, stallholder. He's 77 though, my goodness me. 50, 45. None of these gentlemen, perhaps. -1 to management, so it would effectively just cancel each other out. But we will see. We'll worry about that when it happens. Right, let's end the turn here, my friends, again. Let's see what happens here. We are just waiting to see what happens on other fronts. Oh, they've left it. They've left it alone. Here we go. Look at the armies swarming in here. There's no way that the Russians can hold out. There's no chance. The Ottomans are thankfully building up some strong forces in case, just in case, the Dutch turn on them. If we ever get involved in the fighting, my goodness me, it's going to be a barnstormer. we go. It's Russia. Well, Russia, they're just trying to move forces into Moscow, but they just don't have the ability to hold it. Oh no, they've hit the trade line again. Just as we were about to start building up some bank, there's some money there. Afghanistan. So it should, excellent. So we've got secular humanism now. Minus 50 religious unrest. Excellent. Oh dear, there's a rebellion. There it is. There it is there. We've got to stomp this out quickly. That's exactly what we're going to do. I don't want to lose too many men, so I think we'll fight this just to put this down as quickly as we possibly can here. We've got these reserves, but I want to crush this rebellion so we bring Morocco under control, because it really has been fermenting this rebellion for a while. And we just want to bring them to control, and hopefully the Dutch can get rid of that Russian force that's there. We want to build up a strong bank. If we can get about 100,000 gold in the bank, then we've got a war chest. Okay, we've got a really good complement of troops here. We should be able to crush this rebellion quite quickly, but I don't want to lose too many men in the process. We've got these, got the Cuirassiers, the 12th and the 47th. If we move them up here, we're going to flank pretty aggressively here with our cavalry. So look at the guns we got. Oh my goodness, look how many guns we got. Look at the fire support. This alone will just absolutely vaporize them. Again, we've got the household. Oh, we've got horse guards. Look at that. We're going to absolutely just sweep this rebellion, and they'll know that if they move against us in the future, they'll know what they will suffer. We'll just move out on the flanks here just to make sure we've got this completely covered here. I think we'd be fairly aggressive in our positioning. Actually, let's just make sure everything is where it should be here. That's a fine complement of fire support of cannon here. Let's bring them up. Yes, remember. And the same can be said here for these gentlemen as well. Remember. Perfect. We're going to put a quick line. And what is the range here of the shrapnel shot? Oh, look at that shrapnel shot here. So we're going to absolutely just give them everything we got here, both barrels. I'd like to hold the Grenadier Guards back if possible, but that's, to be honest with you, that's our main. We've got the 125th here, which I think we'll put here in the vanguard of the defence. We'll put the 25th here, 125th here. We've got some 19th, the line infantry guards on the right. Gentlemen, the blazes is going on here. Lively, gentlemen. Straighten up the line there, straighten up the line. Thank you. Let's bring these gentlemen into line as well. Thank you. We've got some fusiliers here. Now, these are, of course, light infantry, but we shall use them thus. No, let's have a little bit more. Gentlemen, please. Thank you. We've got the 63rd, which we'll put on the right here, just absolutely filling every space we got here. For the Grenadiers, I want to keep the Grenadiers in good order here. We don't really want to get them dragged into a fight against rebels. That's not their job. Their job is to be at the vanguard of a real brutal fight, and the chances are we might be fighting the Dutch sooner rather than later. And also again on the left here, we just have the Fusiliers. Gentlemen. Cute. Just at an angle there, just to seal off that there. We've also got some more regiment of foot here, which we'll put on the far right. I think the job should be done before they reach us, to be honest with you. Especially with this artillery we've got. The general here. We've got our grenadiers here. Let's put them in a formation. Let's take them off fire at will, just so we don't get any problems. Keep them in reserve. Look at that, my goodness me, they look fantastic. But let's begin. Let's end this rebellion here. I'm going to send the cavalry around. Oh my goodness me, look at that. It's absolutely evaporated. They've been utterly crushed. Barbary pirates, would you look at that? I have no idea what they're doing, but take the fight to them. Oh my goodness me, that is an absolute joy to see. No, we're going to utterly crush this rebellion. Morocco has gone. It is no longer the Moroccans that own this land. And let's crush them as well. They've gone, they've had enough. Put an end to this. Let's put an end to this, gentlemen, if you please. Thank you. Of course, they're wavering. Oh, look at that. Absolutely blitzed. More Barbary pirates. They don't stand a chance on against this caliber of cavalry, sir. Gone. Absolutely vanquished. Oh my goodness me, it's an absolute slaughter. That's what I think they were doing this end of battle here, my friends. That was a quick and swift victory. Exactly what we wanted to show the rebellions or the rebels. This is what happens when you move against the Knights of St. John now. Look at that. Cavalry, household cavalry. 213 kills. Look at the 24 pounders. Wow. 160 kills, that's extraordinary. Gone.
Uomini, avanti!
Let's replenish and repair these gentlemen. No. A quick and swift battle there. That should bring things under control indeed. Resistance is starting to fall here. Now, put some morale in battles. Not anymore, it's not. Excellent. +1 -3 to climate reform, +1 happiness. A lot of nobility is going to be pleased with the. Ooh. So what we want to do is retrofit one of these armies. Now, which one was it here?
Signore, I vostri ordini.
This army, there it is. We're going to disband this army, this regiment, and we're going to put this regiment in
I vostri ordini.
place.
Avanti!
It's more like it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Looking far better there. Now. Will Morocco finally be under control here? I hope so. What I wanted to do was to bring this army to full strength. So as soon as that happens, we shall then be putting these gentlemen in. The colonial dragoons here have a wonderful garrison policing bonus. There it is. That will bring that under control. And then we can start then looking there. But look at that. Because again we've lost has been hit here. We've just lost a huge amount of possible income here. I want to try and get a sort of a war chest built up, but of course that is not going to take place right now. What the blazes is going on there? So that's how we... That's what... Where? When did this happen? Two lots of 33rd British Fusiliers. Buckle gun. 2 lots of 33rd Foot. That's why we lost the gentleman before, because we were fighting a rebellion. Wow, look at that, -12 still. London does not like to be... Let me move against them, it's as simple as that. Our second rebellion has to be crushed. Let's take this fight. Again, we're going to put them to the sword here. We've got plenty of cavalry, really strong forces, plenty of artillery which will do the job for us. Let's put an end to this rebellion. Wow. That was extraordinary. I didn't even see that rebellion there. Was I completely blindsided? Was it there before? It was a murky day here, right on the banks here of the Thames. But it's a fight we have to take. We've got to crush this rebellion here. I know that it's going to take a number of years until we've got this, until we've got Britain, or London should I say, firmly under our control. But until that time, we are going to fight for it. So I think we'll have a quick line here. We'll have shrapnel shot here. Look at that. That just falls into there perfectly. Now, this is going to be a tough fight because they've got some really fantastic troops. I think we'll have these 2 regiments here on the flanks. They don't have any cavalry, thankfully. And these 2 regiments here on the right. Wait a minute. The 28th. Oh, look at that there. That mound there's going to be a problem. I think we'll put the Grenadiers, the 2 lots of Grenadiers, the 5th and the 6th Grenadier regiments in the vanguard of the defence here. Just in case we're up against the elite, some really good British troops. So that's them in the front here. I think we'll put the 2nd Foot Guards, Royal Cairo Infantry Guards here as well in the front. They're an excellent unit, they really are, and they're experienced. But they could hide as well in the long grass. That's excellent to see. Now, Grenadier Guards, I don't really want to bring them into the picture just yet. I want to try and keep our more elite units for what is to come. So I think we'll put the 28th Regiment here on the right. 33rd on the left. I think that should be enough. I think we'll just put one more. I think we'll put this 35th Regiment of Foot here on the right, just to make sure we've got everything absolutely sealed off. The rest of them we'll keep back in reserve because we don't want to put them into just a fight just for the sake of it. There's no point. We're trying to keep our money intact here. Of course, we've got General Ponty here. Of course, this army has been earmarked for a potential move into Dutch territory if that need arises. But at the moment, we don't need to. But we're just going to make sure we crush these rebellions first. Let's begin. Put them to the sword, please, gentlemen. Right, let's strike out. Got a buckle gun. Those British Marines, they get close. We're in I admire their bravery, but it won't get them anywhere. Oh, look at that. They've only protected that flank there with British Fusiliers. Very, very crafty indeed. Another position. That would have been a very strong position from the hold. Hessian Jaeger. Oh, that's a good shot. Oh, that's crafty there, they've put the stakes down. Their own troops. We've got them now. Look at this. We're going to swamp these guerrillas. Oh, that's a beautiful shot. My goodness me. Sold to them now. Gonna crush this rebellion. That's a one. Look at that. We've absolutely evaporated them here. They're only broken here, the Hessen Jäger. Gotta put it into this. Look at all the stakes they got here. They've effectively surround their entire position with stakes. That's a real crafty move there. Gotta thread the needle here. Now we can take care of them. Got them. Got them. Another rebellion crushed. Look at that foot artillery done a wonderful job there. Cuirassiers, grenadiers as well. Wonderful to see. Yes.
In attesa di marcia!
So that helped at all. It has -9 now.
Pronti agli ordini.
To replenish repair this.
In attesa di
over here. Only 79. Wow. Excellent. Yes. Increasing the. Let's get the pleasure gardens up here. That might just help bring some of the Yeah, it will. Some happiness up here as well. That should help out. What about here in Morocco? That's a bit of a menace that is there, isn't it? What's that bringing in for us here? 1,050. I think we might have brought that under control. Just about under control now. Because religious unrest is getting under control. Wait a minute. Oh, look at that. One more turn. Marrakesh ready. Oh, that's fantastic. I think we'll make this. I think we'll repair this. I know it's kicked us hard there in the money there, but we just got to take that. I think we'll have one more turn, my friends, and we're going to end this particular episode. I know we've had a few rebellions put down. Not much really happening, but we're just preparing ourselves here for what might be, particularly with the Dutch. What's their opinion of us? New Spain is very friendly. We're in alliance with them, but unfriendly. Minus 52. Why is it? Trade agreement. Alliance with enemy nations. I wonder. We'll leave that as it. I think we'll just end this one turn. Let's just finish in this turn here, my friends. Let's see what happens. No, the problem is this will be the. There it is. Yes, well done, sir. Kick them out of there. Get that trade back up running. We need the money. Oh, good grief, they are absolutely destroying the Russians. And they've pulled back again. I don't understand why the Dutch don't just take Moscow. Oh, they've been beaten back there by the defenders. Ottoman Empire. Wow. Are they pushing back now, the Russians? I can't see how they're going to push back against this Dutch force. It's been a real battle here in Russia, especially around Moscow. Look at it, look, Moscow is completely surrounded. Everything is on fire. Everything's on fire. Oh, thank goodness for that. Perhaps we can get some money in now. New Spain, Iroquois, Mughal Empire. They're sending their spies around Afghanistan. Just gonna, yes. Morocco, they're on the strike again. Looks like we're gonna get another rebellion here. Yeah, -7 now. Probably because we've repaired that there. But that's just the way it goes. We're not going to give them any leeway here at all. If they want to rebel again, we shall oblige them by taking. Looks on strike, of course they're on strike. -4 now though. We're getting there slowly, bit by bit. Excellent. Secret policeman +4. Wow. Now it looks like we've got some towns here. Marrakesh. We're definitely going to make that a craft workshop. We need the money from here. And look at that. I haven't got money for that just yet. 43,000, that's more like it. Can we then next episode build up our income a bit? Build up our bank. Really have a lot of money in the bank there. Maybe make it to 100,000 gold. Just so we've got that added support in the background. That insurance. We might just move some of these gentlemen up here as well, just to keep up. Good grief. Look at all the forces the Dutch have got. How do you fight against this? If you fight the Dutch, you've just got to target one particular place and hit it hard with everything you've got. Because it's going to be an extraordinary fight. It really is. I'm intrigued what's happening down here as well. We've got... I'm intrigued what's happening down here. Something's going on down here. There it is. There it is. Oh, there's a Dutch army there as well. And there. Look at the forces they got at their disposal. And this is right. This is in the middle of a Russian winter, and they're still sending forces in. How are they still doing? Look at this. They've crushed everything in their path.
Sono al vostro servizio.
Mind you, some of these are battle weary. Some of these have to retreat this army here to Kiev because it looks like the Russians put up quite a step some defense. But to be honest with you, I'm surprised that Moscow hasn't fallen yet. That really is a real surprise. It hasn't fallen. I think this is all all the Russians got left is this here. Yeah, it's got to be. Look at that. They've got 2 generals in 1 army. Wow. The Dutch have absolutely crushed the Russians here in Moscow. I know they've got these areas here, but what can they really do from here? They do have Persia, though. We're just letting ourselves just sit this out here, waiting our turn. And when it does come, my goodness me, my friends, we're going to explode out of the block. We really are. I can build up our empire probably here as well. Mind you, we probably got the opportunity to strike against the Dutch then as well, because we've got another army here as well. In Jamaica. We could probably take Santo Domingo. And we could probably take Punda as well if need be. I know that Punda's got some... the high yield plantation is sugar. That's a wonder. So if it comes to the crunch, we could actually hit them pretty hard here. Oh, look at that. They've even taken Georgia now. Wow. We've also got an army here. In Newfoundland. So we've got 3 very strong armies in the New World. If we see the 13 colonies starting to collapse, we will move against them. Because they're hostile to us anyway, so we will move against them. Are they at war with the Dutch? No, no one at all. But if we see them starting to collapse for any reason, we're going to move in and start taking these, particularly Boston and Philadelphia. I wouldn't mind to get my hands on those 2 magnificent capitals there. What cities they are. They'd be absolutely wonderful to get hands on there. You could really build a strong power base from there. That's okay. And we definitely want the New Spain to stay strong, because look at the trade we got with them. 18,000. Well, my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I know it hasn't seen much action in this episode, but it really has given us an insight as to what we need to do. And you can see now why we're building up these forces here. Because when the Dutch strike, I think they're still hostile to it. No, they're unfriendly. Minus 47 now. We've still got a strong alliance with these gentlemen here as well, which is good to see. But Austria's unfriendly. Maybe we could take use of that. Russia's definitely unfriendly with us, but to be honest with you, I don't think it'll be a problem with it for us too much longer. But anyway, in this episode here, my friends, as always, thank you for your wonderful support and your wonderful comments. As always, please keep your comments coming down below. As always, my friends, please be safe, especially where we're living in now. But until next time, bye for now.